Hi there guys, it's Harvey here from the Red and Blue Site YouTube channel. Crystal Palace fan, giving you my quick preview to the game of the weekend, of course, Chelsea against Palace. First of all, big thank you to Emma for having me on her channel. I really do think this is going to be an interesting game of the weekend, and yeah, thank you for having me. So, looking ahead to this, I do think that it's going to be a really, really close game. Palace have had a great start to the season. We've used our pace on the counter-attack really effectively, and that's been a main problem for us last season and even the season before. Last season we scored the second fewest goals in the Premier League, only 31 goals across the whole season. Only Norwich got fewer than that, and obviously they went down bottom of the league. So it was our defence that kept us up. We stayed up comfortably in the end, which is incredible with that goal return. And it was due to how good our defence was. Of course, a former Chelsea player in Gary Cahill being one of the main reasons why we were so solid at the back throughout last season. Unfortunately, he will miss this game through injury, as will probably a couple of other players. But getting onto that in just a moment, looking ahead, still looking at my thoughts on how the game and the fixture will go. As I said, counter-attacking is going to be crucial. And with the defensive solidity we've carried on with this season, I think it will give us the freedom to express ourselves a bit more. At least it seemed that way now. I think the whole club, not just the team, but the fan base have got confidence with the amount of signings we brought in, or young signings, hungry players who are really, really bright stars for the future. Eze being the main one, obviously £20 million for him, and he's only had one start, and that was last week in our loss to Everton. And despite obviously that loss, we played quite well. Didn't create too many chances in front of goal, but we were definitely the better team in the second half. And really, at the end of the day, it was that VAR decision that I'm sure loads of Chelsea fans have seen as well. That VAR decision is what the difference was between the two sides. It was a draw written all over it, that game. And, that should give the players confidence. A side like Everton, with the players they brought in and the talent and the great start to the season they've had, for us to really be on a level playing field with them throughout the game, really should fill the team with confidence. And as I said, Eze on his first start for the club, he was so mature in his performance. I mentioned this about a number of players, young players in the side, including Tyreek Mitchell at left back, who came through the academy. Have to say, he will be starting against Chelsea, and just a heads up, he is a Wan-Bissaka 2.0. Definitely, he is the next Wan-Bissaka. He's most tackles in the league so far this season already. He's looking like he's going to be a great player, and as I said, he's matured so well. And Eze down that left-hand side, I can see him playing the same side, Roy, that played against Everton, because, as I said, we played well, deserved the point. And the week before, of course, we had an amazing win against Man United, which we thoroughly deserved, and I don't think we got enough credit for. Looking at Chelsea, of course, really mixed start to the season. I think and the fact you conceded 3 goals to West Brom, yes, it was a great comeback, but that should give us confidence. The fact that you're leaking goals and that your defensive backline isn't really, you haven't got a starting back line at the moment. It's still very much, putting in players and seeing what works. I don't think anything's solidified in that back four. And it's going to take players like Thiago Silva, Chilwell in a new side, a little bit of time to for that to gel and to actually become a defence that will keep clean sheets, and a new keeper as well, who may or may not start. I'll obviously leave that down to Emma and you guys. But I think that Palace will have a lot of confidence going into this. The way the front four have been playing, Townsend, Zaha, Ayew and Eze, and of course Batshuayi, even though he's not started a game yet in the Premier League, he's come back and had a very successful loan spell from us from Chelsea. He's not going to be playing in this game either, but having these players that are starting to play well and gel together, it really is exciting at Palace at the moment. It's not very rare that you get to say that in recent years, in recent seasons. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is a great chance to cause another upset. I am going to go with a draw. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. I think there will be goals again. Chelsea need the win, and I think that will play into our hands, because we've looked good on the counter-attack. As I said, Eze and Zaha, 3 goals already this season. He's starting to hit the ground running. Really looking forward to this one. I think it could be a close game.